Hi everyone. So today I'm making a quick and easy chicken dinner. And I've already started a little bit. I cut up a medium onion. And what you're going to need for this, as you may have seen on the list of ingredients already, is you need your chicken. You need a medium onion. You need some garlic cloves, a can of cream of chicken soup, which is made by Campbell's, or you can find it on maybe a store brand cream of chicken soup. By all means, get that. It's just about the same thing. A little bit of oil and a little bit of what you see there is my cut up onion. And it's about a medium-sized onion. This is going to be a dinner for me and my husband. This could be a dinner for anywhere from 2 to 4 people, this size I'm making. But depending on how many people you're making it for, if you're making it just for yourself, obviously you want very little ingredient. If it's for you and your hubby or a group of people, you just keep adding on. The more people, obviously, the more you add on. So I'm going to turn my stove up on high. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start heating up some oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. And keep it on the side because you may need more depending on how much you're making and how much this gets soaked up. And you also want to grab a stick of butter. And no, we're not going to be using the whole thing, I promise. Last time I had like 2 or 3 sticks of butter in my last dish, the cavatelli and broccoli with chicken, which was excellent, but a lot of people weren't too happy about that. But what can I say? Like I said before, that was just a dish that maybe you want to have once every so often, maybe like once a month, once every few months, once a year. It's just one of those indulgence dishes that you should have had that at least once in your life, because it is just so good and so worth it. I don't know if you can tell from there, but what I have is I have my pot here, but I also have a pot of rice here that's cooking up. That's just about ready to get turned down and covered up. So what I'm doing is I'm just melting my butter and my oil. Butter's just about melted, so I'm just going to go ahead and add my onion in. And you want them to cook till they're nice and tender. You really don't want to burn them. So while I'm cutting my garlic, I'm going to let that run. And once I add my garlic, I'm going to turn it down a little bit until we get our chicken ready to go. So this looks like a good chunk of garlic. I hear you, Tigger. My baby's crying in the background. So I'm going to go for 3 cloves of garlic if I can get this sucker out. I'm doing about 2.5 cloves. I'm going to call that a little half of a clove. I got 2 nice chunks here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir up the onion a little bit so it gets nice and coated all over. Trusty wooden spoon here. Okay, in the meantime, I'm also going to turn down my rice, and I'm going to put a cover on it. Just like that. Okay, now, garlic. Smash, smash. That's good. Need another smash. There we go. Yes. And it actually turned my camera. How about that? Oh, guys, give me 1 second, because I think that is my hubby calling. Hold on one minute. Alright, he's coming home, so gotta get a roll on this. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to break up the garlic. You want to chop it up. Ooh, there's 2 cloves in here. How about that? Cool. Alright, so you want to chop it up as finely as possible without overdoing it. Normally I would use my garlic masher, but I want a little bit of a chunk in here with the garlic. So I'm just going to leave it a little chunky, but I'm going to chop it up as much as I can. And guys, you're still seeing me from this angle because my kitchen still is not completely fixed up yet as to where I would like it to be able to tape, record tutorials. So for now, you're just going to have to deal with this. Alright, so garlic chopped. I'm going to add it in. And so that it doesn't burn, what I want to do while I'm getting my chicken prepared is I just want to turn this down a little bit. Actually, I'm going to turn it down too low so it doesn't burn too much. Okay. Oh, I love the smell of garlic and onion together. What you want to do now is you want to get your chicken prepared. Now, what I'm using here is the boneless, skinless chicken. Now, if you want, what you can do is two things. One is you can use the boneless chicken, boneless, skinless chicken breast, or the chicken tenders, which are the smaller, thinner cuts of meat, which I suggest if it's like a really, really quick dinner that you got to come up with, like if you have surprise guests, or if you're running late, or if you're a working woman who's got a crazy husband and crazy kids. When's it going to be dinner time? You know, stuff like that. I mean, come on. All right, unfortunately, what I don't have, and this is actually a step that you can take, but I'm not going to take it because I don't have a cleaver, a meat beater, is normally I would tell you to take 2 pieces of plastic wrap, put the chicken in between the 2 pieces, and pound it out so it's like thin. But since I don't have one, and these look okay anyway, I'm just going to put, just want to slightly season it with a little bit of salt. You may want to do some pepper. Right now I'm going to do some adobo, Goya adobo. And all you're going to do, and I'm going to do it with my hands because I have to wash my hands anyway, from picking up the package, is just pick up this chicken and make sure it is thawed. That's most important. And you're just going to place it right in here. And this is not all going to fit, so I'm just going to do, see if I can fit another small one in there. Turn this baby around. And that one I'll save. I can just cook it up later and put it in a salad. I got 4 chicken breasts going inside the pot. So what I wanted to do is, I'm trying to figure out how to put everything in the sink here. I got a full sink, well, not a full sink, but a crazy kind of setup here. Alright, so what you want to do is just let the chicken cook on both sides. Turn it back up a little bit. Let the chicken cook on both sides. It'll take a couple of minutes on each side. So what I'm going to do, I just washed my hands, is when I come back, I'm going to show you the rest of the dish, how to put it together, and give you the rest of the ingredients, which is basically your cream of chicken soup, your milk, a tiny teeny bit of flour or cornstarch, and some peas. Alright, so hold on for just a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so what happened since the break is that I have, as you can see, my chicken is cooked on both sides. The little spots you see are the cooked onion and garlic. So that's what it's going to look like for right now. So what's coming up next is very, very simple. All you need is a can of cream of chicken soup. And that's what it looks like. It looks like, I don't know, yellow paste or something. I don't know, but it's very delicious when it's in the dishes. Grab a spoon. Oh, you know what? I'll just use this. So just dump that in there. And try to get in between the spots that, you know, the chicken isn't covering in the pan. Try just to smooth it out a little bit. There's still plenty in there. Eesh. It's very hard to get out. Anything that's cream of chicken is hard to get out unless it says it's a thin sauce or anything of that sort, if you add some water, then you have a little easier time working with it. But other than that, it's a pain in the butt. Trust me, I know. Okay, so what you're gonna do is, just inside the can, since it's out anyway, is you're gonna take your milk and you're gonna measure about a third of this can, a third to a half, and that'll actually thin out the cream of chicken a little bit, and it'll actually make it taste a little bit creamier. What you can do, which is what I'm doing right now, is just swivel it around, and that'll take down some of the cream of chicken off the sides of the can. And just pour it right in there. If you need to, which is something I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to take my spatula and get the rest of this out so that I have more depth to this dish. So that can go in my sink. This I will rinse out in a little bit and recycle it. Yes, people, I recycle. Bloomfield was giving away these big, recycling garbage bins, I guess you'd call the big blue ones, and I grabbed 2 of them. I told them it was for my downstairs neighbor, which technically it was, but they decided not to use it for recycle. They decided to use it for a garbage can, which I'll have to get on their case about later. Alright, so let me just clean up that little mess I just made. Okay, so since we have the just be careful if you have to do this because it can get dangerous. Alright, so since I have the sauce in there, I'm just going to let it sit and work for a few more minutes. I want the chicken to finish cooking thoroughly. Just stir it up the best you can. I want the chicken to finish cooking thoroughly, so I'm going to leave it at about a medium heat. I'm going to cover it back up, and then when I come back again, I'm going to add the peas, some last minute things, and then we should be done. See you in a few. Okay, so the hubby's home and he's demanding his dinner. So I'm going to finish this off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my bag of green peas. And I'm not going to use them all because even though it's not a big bag, there is a lot in here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put about half the bag. And once I see about where I want this, there we go, that's about good. So yeah, that's about a little bit more than half the bag. So I can actually save these peas and use them later. Just tie them up and throw them back in the freezer. And you want them to be thawed out or close to, so that they don't take forever in thawing out or, cooking in the pot. If you thaw them out before you throw them in the pot, it's basically all you have to do is heat them through and then you're good. My sauce is looking nice and thick. I didn't have to add any flour this time, which I'm actually very happy about, because it's nice and thick. If it comes out too thin, just add like maybe a teaspoon of flour at a time until it gets to a good thickness, like almost like an Alfredo sauce kind of thing. So I'm just gonna fluff up my rice a little bit, give it a quick taste. Oh, it's nice. It feels nice and soft. So this can be turned off. Hot. Woo! Yep, rice is good. Okay, so I'm gonna let everything heat through here. I'm gonna make a quick salad, and then when I get back, I'll show you how it's put together, and time to eat. Be back. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some black pepper to finish this off. Just a tad bit more salt. Give it a quick little mix. And we are done. And I'll show you what this looks like in just a second. And there's my finished product. Got the chicken and the sauce and the peas and the yum yum yums, and it's gonna be so good. And over here is my rice. So what's the best way to put this together? Well, I will tell you. Best way to put this together, obviously grab a plate. And first thing you're gonna want to put down is your rice. Whether you put it on the side or on the middle of the plate is up to you. I like mine on the side. Michael likes his all over. Just like that. And then after that, grab my ladle. After that, I'm gonna take my scoop, get me some chicken. Can't use that again. Failure! Alright, so I'm going to grab my ladle, grab up some of the sauce and with some of the peas, and just ladle it across. Because it's so good. And that is it, people. So, again, this can be a very quick dish. If you, like I said, if you have some unexpected guests, or if your family is driving you crazy, when's dinner coming? You know, this is, the thinner the chicken, the quicker this goes. This took a little bit longer because the chicken is a thick cut, as you can see. But like I said, if you pound out the chicken breasts, make sure they're boneless, skinless chicken breasts, or if you buy the chicken tenders, it'll go a lot quicker. I have a not so big pan here, but if you have a bigger pan, obviously you can fit more in there. So again, try this out. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know what your critics have to say, and I will see you guys soon. Later! Okay guys, so real quick, my salad. I'm chopping up a head of lettuce here, and I'm making it small chunks, not too big, not too small, and I'm just throwing it right into a big plastic bowl. And next I believe I have some plum, oh, this is my red onion, okay, not my tomatoes. So I have red onion chopped up, basically just sliced very thinly, cut it half, slice it up thinly, throw it right into the bowl, no biggie. Gotta love my red onion, it's yummy. Next, now I have my plum tomatoes. I have 2 plum tomatoes, chopping them up into nice little chunks. As you can see, I don't have my towel under my cutting board, which is not a smart thing to do, but I was kind of in a hurry. The honey was home. So as soon as I get done chopping these up, they go right into the bowl. And next I pull out my little lemon squeezer and 2 nice medium-sized lemons. Usually I would use lime for this, but I didn't have any lime, so you can always improvise a little bit. I had to cut the little ends off because it wasn't fitting into the lemon squeezer. So squeeze the lemon juice in, add some salt, add some pepper, or some Goya adobo for taste. And then I just added a quick splash of oil, put my lid on, shook it up, and that was that. It was good. Enjoyed it. Have fun.